he might care about? The fact that one of his colleagues has a son coming to play football for BYU. Beau Hoge, ESPN NFL insider. His son, Beau, has committed to the Cougars, and we spoke with Beau yesterday. Really insightful kid. Like, I love how he answered the questions. You're going to like this interview. BYU Football All Access with new quarterback signee Beau Hoge. Beau, great to have you with us on BYU Sports Nation, BYU Football signee, and one of the newest Cougar quarterbacks. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, so we want to start with this question. How in the world did BYU discover you in Kentucky? I know you're on the Ohio-Kentucky border, but how did they come upon your tape?
Well, it was actually the junior day in the summer at BYU. I got a letter in the mail about it, and I guess my dad had reached out to him through his connections, and that's how I got the invitation to the junior day. So I ended up going to that, and I actually threw in my mind pretty poorly, but I guess it was enough to catch Coach Beck's attention, and that's kind of how it all started.
So you threw at junior day, but you played receiver your junior year in high school? Do I have that correctly?
Yep, that is correct. I played quarterback pretty much all my life until my sophomore and junior year in high school.
So BYU's recruiting a Ryan Tannehill reverse of sorts, right? A receiver that could play quarterback. Well, no, that's exactly what happened. I believe it was last summer. You were here as well. I gave you and your dad and some other people a tour of the building. What role did that play in sealing the deal, Beau?
I mean, to know that not only I'm going to a great football school, but I'm also going to be on big stages and have every game televised either by ESPN or, well, every game by BYU Sports Nation and stuff like that. So I think it only added to just added another dimension to why I would want to go to BYU.
That is a good answer.
Yes. Thank you, Beau, for the plug. The first time you put foot on campus in Provo, what was your impression of Brigham Young University?
I'm trying to remember the first time I stepped on campus. I think it was when my sister was visiting, actually, when she was going to see what college she wanted to go to. I'm trying to remember what the building's called. I think we toured it when we went there on my junior day. I forget what it's called, though, but I just remember thinking, this is where I want to be. That was really like the one thought. I was like, man, this is the place for me. So it was pretty much ever since then that I was set on going to BYU.
You had the #1 play on SportsCenter last year in this crazy scramble. What was that play like, and kind of the reaction that you got from being #1 on SportsCenter that night?
I guess the play in itself, it was just kind of instincts really more than anything. It was a read option. We kind of overloaded the one side. We were actually hoping for everything to go to that side. I ran crashed real hard, and I just pulled it, and instincts took over from there. And then just the reaction I got was, I don't know. I don't want to say like superstar because I don't think I'm a superstar or anything. But I mean, like people.
If you're #1 on SportsCenter, you're a superstar, Beau.
I don't know. I mean, I guess a couple of people took more notice of me than normally would, but other than that, not too much of a change in reaction to me.
BYU football signee, one of the newest BYU football quarterbacks, Beau Hoge, joining us on BYU Sports Nation. Beau, your dad Merrill has a significant football background, is now a prominent TV personality as well. As his role as your dad, is he more of a coach for you, or does he try and kind of keep football and dad separate entities? How is that relationship?
Well, actually, when I was younger, he was my coach, and he did a really good job of, I don't know if, I guess as a dad, I don't know if, and a coach, I don't know if you're necessarily supposed to separate them or if they're supposed to be like a blend, but I'd say he blends them really well. I mean, he's really good, did a really good job of coaching me in football, and then he's kind of like a coach in life, you know, he takes that coaching mentality towards teaching me life lessons and stuff. So he does a pretty good job of both.
Naturally, you would hope that your dad is very supportive, but he seems to be extra supportive, especially on Twitter, which is a fantastic thing because he's a national guy. What kind of reaction have you seen from your dad supporting you, especially in public and on SportsCenter?
I mean, shoot, it's just, I'm not sure really what the reaction is, honestly. I mean, I just know for me it means a lot, and I wouldn't know what it's like to not have him be a dad that supportive, because, I mean, he's always been like that, so it's just awesome to have.
Are you obligated to be a Steelers fan, or is that natural?
I don't know if I'm obligated, because it kind of did come naturally. I wouldn't say I'm like over the top Steelers fan. I mean, I like a lot of players, but I would say when it comes down to playoff time that I do enjoy seeing the Steelers go deep in the playoffs, which hasn't happened these past couple years, actually.
They're always there, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that is it's pretty neat to root for a team that does seem to make the playoffs and have some Super Bowl runs here and there.
Beau Hoge joining us on BYU Sports Nation, future quarterback. Beau, when do you plan on moving to Provo and getting going here at BYU?
I haven't solidified that technically, but I think the overall feeling is that I'm going to head out probably towards the end of July, because I'm going to have to drive my car all packed up, so I'll make a 2-day trip probably with my dad. So probably the end of July, and then be ready for the start of fall camp.
# road trip.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be awesome. Beau, Bronco Mendenhall described your game for us, but I want you to describe your game yourself. Described as a dual threat, but I wonder what you think of your game.
How do I describe? I guess I'll describe myself as a pass-first quarterback that can run if he needs to.
Bronco described you as a dual threat, like a runner that he was surprised how well you threw. What do you think of that comment from Coach Mendenhall?
I take that as a compliment, because I mean, when I think of myself, I never really like to assess my own game necessarily and put myself on a pedestal. I kind of find the flaws when I'm watching film and stuff like that. But for him to give me that compliment means the world, gives me a lot of confidence coming into fall camp.
Beau Hoge, follow him at BHodge22 on Twitter. 3-star recruit, threw for over 3,500 yards his senior year in high school. Beau, what are your expectations once you get to BYU in terms of fitting in and the role that you want to play right now?
I mean, the role I want to play right now is just to be a student. I just want to learn as much as I possibly can about the offense and learn as much as I can from Coach Beck and Taysom. I'm going to try and pick his brain apart. And I've met him a couple of times, and he's a great guy. And he actually sat down the day before the junior day and kind of got to watch some film with him. So I can't wait to learn from him, I guess. So my role will be a student the first year.
What do you think that first time lifting with Taysom will be like?
Probably embarrassing. I'll probably I don't think I'm quite to his standards when it comes to the amount of weight he lifts. I've heard it's some pretty freakish numbers.
What kind of numbers are we talking about?
I remember watching the Houston game, and the guy calling the game was saying that Taysom Hill squats like 500-something pounds. And I am not in that category in the slightest bit.
Who is as a quarterback?
Seriously.
So, I mean, I guess my first go-around lifting with Taysom will be a little bit embarrassing then.
That's a fair answer. I think most of us would be embarrassed lifting around Taysom Hill. Beau, what did you think of National Signing Day last week and the class that BYU brought in? Catapulted by 6'7", 410-pound Motekia Ilangi.
Oh my gosh! I mean, from the guys I met, I just can't wait. I think it's an awesome class to be a part of. I mean, really good guys, and then from looking at the film, they all look like studs on the football field. And hopefully, I don't know, how do you say his first name? Motekia?
Yeah, we just call him Mo.
That'll work.
So Mo, they
work.
list him as a D lineman. I'm really hoping that he comes and D line doesn't work out and he ends up being an O lineman. So I would definitely feel pretty confident sitting behind him.
All right, Beau, we give you a charge to make all of your friends there in the Kentucky, Ohio area BYU fans. So spread the good word, and we look forward to seeing you at BYU down the road.
All right, awesome. I will.